I need answers. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to At the Half. I'm your host, Jackie Ray. Make sure you follow me on all things social media at JRayTheFanatic. Give this video a thumbs up if you're watching me on YouTube. If you're listening on iTunes, make sure you subscribe and give this 5 stars because I'm going to need your help to dissect this. I am confused. If you haven't heard the news, Earl Thomas, he's a safety with the Baltimore Ravens. He just got married not too long ago, but apparently the marriage is not going as well as hoped. Let me just give you a synopsis. Wife, that's terrible. Wife finds out husband is cheating. Wife gets mad. Wife calls the crew, goes to mistress's house, points a gun at the head of Earl Thomas. Now let's break this down a little bit. I am not necessarily mad at Nina, Earl Thomas's wife.
What?
I have a horrible dating history. I can count on 2 fingers. And technically it's probably 1.5 fingers. How many actually really good relationships that I have had. I have planned several murders myself. If I dated you before 2016, and if you're wondering if it was you, it was probably you twice. The only thing that stopped me is the thought of being in prison and having to lay up under Big Bertha for the rest of my life. I don't want any parts of it. I've also not been married though. So here are my questions. She grabbed his gun to go over there. Her friends grab a few knives and they head out. This is where it gets crazy to me. I know what you're thinking. That part's not crazy. No, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, right? The report says, and I quote, when the women arrived at the house, they discovered Earl and Seth naked in bed with other women. Seth is Earl's brother. More than one woman was in the bed. It was one bed. They were naked. Why? So apparently that's when Nina, sees the situation and she pulls a knife, or no, her girlfriends pull a knife and threaten everybody else. She pulls a knife or a gun and points it at the head of Earl. Now in her defense, I guess, she thought that she had taken the clip out. So she thought that, the gun was not loaded. She clearly has never taken a gun safety class. And this is why before you buy a gun, you should take a gun safety class, because you should always check the chamber to make sure nothing is in the chamber. Because even if she would have played and been like, ha ha, and, pulled the trigger thinking there's no bullet in there, there was one in the chamber, Earl Thomas would be dead right now. So we would have an entirely different story to talk about right now. Thankfully, everyone is alive and well. Nina is probably facing attempted murder charges, though, because ignorance is no defense from the law. But Earl Thomas had this to say about the whole situation.
Instead of talking about us, just keep us in y'all prayers. And stuff like this happens, bro. We try to live the best lives we possibly can, but sometimes it don't go as planned.
I'm sorry, stuff like this happens? So you and your brother just fell into nakedness, into some coochie? Stuff like this doesn't just happen. What the hell are you talking about? Ugh. I know we probably all gonna ride out. Let's just be honest, we're all gonna ride out. If you ride out, do me a favor, and if you know you have no intentions of killing this man, because gun safety rule 101, don't point it unless you plan to use it. So I would suggest going ahead and leaving the gun at home. Pepper spray or wasp spray works fine, and they'll live through it. Don't judge me. And maybe leave the girls at home, because especially if they're like y'all gonna just be egging each other on, and somebody's gonna pop off in some way. And then just go ahead and hire you, because the man is paid, right? So you could have just hit his pockets. Now you about to hit prison. Just think it through, ladies. If you really need to talk about it, DM me.